WMBD 31. This is your forecast first.
Happy Friday, everybody. Nice way to wrap up this work week. Sunshine, temperatures not too bad. Now as we hit the 6 o'clock hour, we're down to 28 in Galesburg, 30 in Peoria, and 27 in Bloomington. Storm tracker is quiet across central Illinois. What we'll be watching here over the next 24 to 48 hours is this massive system now that's out towards the Four Corners region. That is our snowmaker as we head into this weekend. But you're quiet short term. We'll hold into the mid-20s through the midnight hour this evening. We're tracking that snow. We'll let you know the timing and how much we expect over the weekend coming up. But first, your news starts right now.
Tonight, the big game is the cause of concern for a local health department, how it's aiming to keep teens from drinking illegally. And
it's a difficult call even for a physician because a pediatrician also is a person, has a family, has kids.
The tough choice doctors are making across the nation when it comes to kids without vaccines.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 6.
All right, good evening. Wintry weather is heading our way just in time for Sunday's big game.
Convenient, isn't it? Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey standing by. So Marcus, give us the breakdown. How much snow are we talking? What can people expect?
You're looking at a decent amount right now. In fact, could be the biggest system that we've had so far this season. You think back to about three and a half weeks ago, we picked up about 5 to 6, maybe as high as 7 inches of snow. We do have a winter storm watch across the entire viewing area. This begins tomorrow evening around this time and goes until Sunday evening, so a 24-hour duration. As far as the timing is concerned, first half of the day is going to be quiet. We'll likely see the start as a rain-snow mix late in the afternoon, but we'll see that full transition to snow by Saturday evening and really starts to pick up some steam by late night Saturday night and likely continues into early Sunday morning. So that's when we're going to pick up our heaviest accumulations. Once that starts to taper off a little bit in the afternoon, the winds will really pick up 15 to 25 miles per hour. So blowing and drifting will then be the main concern as we get into the Sunday afternoon time frame. As far as the numbers, most of our viewing area, 5 to 8 inches of snow. You go a little bit further to the north and east, including LaSalle, Peru, Pontiac, and we'll throw Lakin in there. 8 to 10 inches. A lot of that is going to be because of lake effect snow that's going to be diving down here as we roll into Sunday afternoon and evening. So a significant system that's on the way for the weekend. Of course, coming up, we'll talk about the timing. We'll talk a little bit more about those accumulations and bitterly cold temperatures on the way to open up next week. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Marcus, thanks so much. Well, for many, the snow couldn't be coming at a worse time. A lot of football fans have plans for the big game, and whether you'll be driving out to get those last-minute ingredients you may have forgotten, heading to the bar, the police will have their eye on the roads. Rachel Kay is here to explain what police have planned for the weekend. Rachel.
Maria, the big initiative for the Peoria Police Department this weekend is to crack down on drunk drivers and people not wearing their seatbelts. And they say the snow doesn't change their plans. Amy Dotson with the Peoria Police Department tells us it's pretty easy to spot drunk drivers, but with game plans and winter weather both coming into the picture, she wants people to be responsible.
If you don't think it's safe to go out with the road conditions, stay home and watch the Super Bowl. If you think it's okay and you're comfortable with the weather conditions, drink but don't drive. You can't do both.
And when it comes to wearing a seatbelt, remember, click it or ticket. We want everyone to get home safe after the game. Paul?
Thanks, Rachel. Now, in addition to the game, many people will lock their eyes on those Super Bowl commercials. The ads may be adding to the number of underage drinkers. It's a story that's new tonight at 6. They can be funny, witty, often cute, but local health officials say there's nothing funny about underage drinking in Illinois. That's why Tazewell County Health Department started a teen initiative. They say even if you think it's okay to provide your teens, as long as they're at home with you, you're wrong and you're breaking the law. The best solution, though, communication.
Talk to your teenagers. Let them know what you believe, what you want them to do. If they're encountered with, if they go to a party and somebody offers them alcohol, what should they do? How do they get out of that situation? Can they call you? You know, talk to your teen about that.
Now, 46.8% of high school seniors in Illinois say they've had alcohol. That number is a little lower in Tazewell County. 33% say they've taken part in underage drinking.
Well, Peoria police have had reports of 2 pizza delivery robberies in less than a week. The first on Sunday happened in the 2300 block of Grandview Avenue. Investigators say the suspects took $20 and a pizza from a Domino's delivery driver. The second happened yesterday on the 1500 block of Glendale Avenue. This time a Papa John's driver was targeted. Police are trying to figure out if the 2 incidents are related, and both remain under investigation tonight.
All right, the driver who killed a young man and his 2-year-old nephew will not have to face a judge. WMBD's Hannah Hilliard explains why in a story out of our Twin Cities newsroom.
It was just 3 months ago where a pickup truck hit and killed Pedro and Alejandro Guerrero on this road in Bloomington, and you can still see the memorial set up in their honor. But it was just this week that the state's attorney decided not to press charges against the driver.
It seems that what we have is a tragic accident. I think we all feel sorry for the individuals who were involved and for the family that was involved, but every accident isn't criminal.
Between the time of day, which was a little before 7 p.m., Guerrero's dark clothing, and witnesses seeing them walking in the middle of the road, the McLean County State's Attorney Jason Chambers says he couldn't press charges.
There was no indication that the driver was speeding. There was no lab results came back that he did not have alcohol or drugs in his system.
Being on a rural road, Chambers says the driver thought he hit an animal, but couldn't tell when he first stopped to search. So he went to his nearby home to switch out his damaged truck for another one.
And at that point, when he came back, found other people who had found the victims in this situation. That total time was about 7 or 8 minutes later was what was estimated.
So even though he left the scene, Chambers says a hit and run charge is not an option because the driver did not leave just to avoid getting caught. Even though every case is different, the state's attorney says in a perfect situation, you'll call 911 immediately and wait for police to arrive on the scene. In Bloomington, Hannah Hilliard, WMBD 31 News.
Also out of the Twin Cities today, a former volunteer soccer coach pleading not guilty to charges after accusations he sexually abused a child. Christian Aranda is facing 1 count of predatory criminal sexual assault and 3 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Aranda's since been removed from the Normal West High School coaching staff. He's still in jail tonight. Bond set $500,000 of 10% cash. He'll be in court again February 20th.
A homeless man in Peoria is heading to prison, sentenced to 28 years behind bars for the murder of another man. Jay Conway pleaded guilty last August for his part in the stabbing death of Dylan Probst. The victim's body was found in a vacant house on Prospect Road in December of 2013. Prosecutors say Conway and another man, Adam Brown Wendell, robbed the victim before killing him. Brown Wendell's already serving a 50-year sentence in prison.
A teenager is safe tonight, and a man from Normal is facing multiple charges connected to her disappearance. Asia Lewis was found just after midnight in Little Rock, Arkansas. No one had seen her since Monday when she was at her high school in Christiansburg, Virginia. She was found with Donald Bruce Quisenberry Jr. Police believe he traveled from central Illinois to Virginia to meet her. The two were taken into custody without incident. Quisenberry faces charges for stealing a vehicle and contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
It could go a lot of different ways. Fortunately, he took the route of being cooperative and came out and did speak with the investigators. She was physically okay. Now, whether her, what her other mental status was at that time, I'm unknown.
Police classified Lewis as an endangered and missing person because of her age and the, quote, circumstance surrounding her disappearance. A vigil is currently underway, remembering the life of a teenager from Eureka who died in a car crash earlier this week. The vigil for Dustin Holmes began at 6 at Eureka High School. Holmes died Tuesday after the vehicle he was driving went off the road and slammed into a utility pole. Funeral services are tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the Eureka Bible Church in Eureka. We have a crew at that vigil, and we'll have more tonight at 10.
Parents against vaccinating their children may have trouble finding a doctor that will see them. With the recent measles outbreak, some private practice doctors are saying no to kids whose parents decide not to have them vaccinated. We spoke to a local doctor who says it's just like some doctors can decide not to take a complicated patient with several health issues. She says the decision to say no is tough, but it's often best for the public.
It's very difficult for them to decide, but in the interest of the other kids that are receiving vaccines on a regular scheduled basis, that might be a decision that they have to take.
The Unity Point Health clinics cannot refuse treatment, but they say a doctor's choice to say no usually takes in a number of factors. You can hear more from local pediatricians on our website. Just go to ciproud.com.
And teachers in Bloomington and the school board finding some common ground, how mediation efforts helped avoid a strike in District 87. But first, Marcus?
Wrapping up a beautiful day across the area, Paul. Lots of sunshine. Should be a quiet night tonight ahead of what will be a transition day tomorrow. And we are tracking weekend snow. We've got timing and accumulations. That's next.
You're watching WMBD 31 News at 6 with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey with your local weather authority forecast, and Kurt Pegler with sports. This is WMBD 31 News at 6.
Wisconsin, birthplace of the hamburger, frozen custard capital of the world, and home to Culver's. Bacon Deluxe Chocolate Shake, that's our signature combination. Fresh, never frozen, seared Midwest beef, topped with hardwood smoked center cut bacon. Bacon makes everything better. Our shakes start with a premium vanilla custard. Then we add rich, thick chocolate, handcrafted right before your eyes. Bacon and chocolate, what could be better? Welcome to Delicious.
This year, get ready to take on the winter with the Jeep Cherokee. The Jeep Grand Cherokee. And the Jeep Wrangler. Being this prepared will have you singing Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. Now during Jeep Days, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on Jeep Cherokee Latitude front-wheel drive for $199 a month.
Call it heads. It's tails.
We choose chicken tenders.
Now let's have a nice, clean shopping trip.
Friends. Football. Food.
First down.
Kroger can help you save on all the game day favorites you need to feed your home team.
It's the Buy 6, Save 3 sale. Mix and match items like DiGiorno Pizza, Tide Liquid Laundry Detergent, General Mills cereal, and more. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
This portion of WMBD 31 News is brought to you by the Illinois Lottery.
How's that 4G LTE? Hold on. You sure you got service? Yeah, I've got US Cellular. Okay, here it is. Pretend you're a tree.
US Cellular built coverage way out here, so you can search the web in a pinch.
I can't believe the tree thing worked. What was your backup plan? Let's outrun you.
4G LTE towers where you don't expect it. National coverage where you most need it. US Cellular.
Now, your local weather authority, WMBD 31 Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
All right, an active weekend ahead.
Right, yeah, busy weekend
going on.
too. Yeah, you know, we got the big game on Sunday. If you're gonna need to get some stuff done tonight,
okay,
perfect. Tomorrow morning, maybe early afternoon, fine. And then it turns a bit messy. So let's just kind of dive in here and talk about what we're expecting here over the next 48 hours. Live look downtown on our KBL Design Center camera. Again, it's a nice late January night and likely not to change here over the next couple of hours. So if you're going to be heading out this evening to kick off your weekend, you're in good shape. 30 right now at the airport. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 6. We're coming off a high of 36 this afternoon. We fall to 21. We're going to say mainly clear for a good chunk of the overnight, but closer to daybreak we'll see partly cloudy skies, and the clouds continue to increase throughout the day tomorrow. First half of the day dry, will be mostly cloudy around lunchtime. Actually mild for this time of year, should get up to close to 40. Could start to see some precipitation arriving as early as the late afternoon at 4 o'clock. We've got a little bit of a rain, possibly rain-snow mix arriving, and that's going to be the leading edge of our winter system that will be moving in here for this weekend. Winter storm watch in effect area-wide. Our entire viewing area begins tomorrow evening, lasts until Sunday evening. So you're talking a long stretch here, 24 hours that we're going to be under this. All right, here's Future Track taking you through time here, and you notice early on, 4, 5 o'clock, likely to see this start off as rain, if not rain, snow mixing together. And then eventually the colder air is going to win out. This is at 6 o'clock, so once we get past sunset, the temperatures start to cool a little bit and the colder air starts to rush in from the north and west. Most of us will likely see that full transition to snow. We'll continue with the snow chances through the rest of the overnight into early on the day on Sunday morning, and then likely tapering off as we get deeper on into the afternoon. It'll just be kind of on and off here and there. There could be some lake effect snow around LaSalle and Livingston County, so your numbers are going to be a little bit higher over towards LaSalle, Peru, and over towards Pontiac. So here's what we're thinking right now. 5 to 8 inches, Galesburg, Peoria, Bloomington, and South, and then Peru, Pontiac, I've got you in that 8 to 10 inch range that extends all the way up towards the Chicagoland area. And then on top of that, we're talking very gusty winds as we get into Sunday afternoon. 20 to 25 miles per hour will create blowing and drifting really through late in the day. So it is going to be a very messy, messy weekend. In your Advocate Broman Medical Center 8-day outlook, temperatures will be much colder as we head into the start of the next work week. We've been talking about this for a while. 17 for your high on Monday. You'll wake up to temperatures in the single digits, and likely with those winds, guys, waking up Monday morning, wind chills will be easily below zero with that fresh snowpack on the ground as well. So again, we're going to continue to keep you updated. This is kind of just, again, rough draft. We're still 48 hours out. So we're still kind of watching all the data come in. We'll continue to update that. Those numbers will probably get fine-tuned here over the next 24 hours or so.
Now tell me this, at what point will it be sledding weather?
That's, what do you say, like probably 2-3 inches is usually pretty
You
legit.
can make do with whatever if you're in
So those numbers,
late Saturday night? Or we're waiting until Sunday, maybe before the game?
I think, yeah, before the game might be some good sledding weather.
And then you'll be able to get cozy and warm up.
And
for
that's
the
right.
game. All
There you go.
Thanks, Marcus.
You
We'll be
bet.
right back.
Follow WMBD 31 News wherever you are on SeeI'mProud.com, Facebook, Twitter, or our mobile app.
Right now, you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Pilot.
But can it pass my Tuesday test?
What's your Tuesday test? So that's your Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesdays are pretty slow.
The Honda Pilot clearance event is happening now. Hurry in to get a great deal on a 2015 Pilot, built to handle even your busiest days.
Truth Talk with Frank. Big Cable raised its rates consistently for 18 years. Frontier gives a 3-year price guarantee with no contract and no rate hikes. That's the truth.
Get the speeds you need and the service you deserve with Frontier High-Speed Internet for $19.99 per month with qualifying phone service.
The truth will set you free. From Big Cable.
Make the hassle-free switch to a company that tells the truth. Call 1-888-FRONTIER today.
As owner of Green Chevrolet, I am very thankful that General Motors has been driving both you and I nutty with being so overprotective with these recalls. If you have any GM vehicle, you can bring it into our service center and we'll tell you if there's a recall. We will fix that vehicle at absolutely no charge, whether you bought it from us or not. Let's get these recalls behind us.
And while you're in our service center, check out one of the brand new 2015 Malibus at just $17,999. You gotta go green.
Start the year off with money in your pockets from KBL's 20% store-wide sale on decorative items, artwork, furniture, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. Now is the time to save like never before on KBL Design Center style. KBL Design Center, Peoria, and Normal.
Paul Cicchini and I want you to take the Law Enforcement Torch Run Polar Plunge for Special Olympics Illinois, February 21st at Miller Park Lake.
Register online or support a plunger at plungeillinois.com or call the number on your screen. Maria and I look forward to seeing you there.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 6.
The Peoria Housing Authority Board moving forward with a document that'll help the redevelopment of Taft Homes. The board unanimously approved a strategic framework last night, and the 90-page document identifies 6 areas of opportunity for future development. This document's expected to be posted on the PHA website in the next week after some minor changes are made.
Parents of kids in Bloomington Public Schools breathing a little easier tonight.
After a long night of bargaining and months of back and forth, the teachers union and school board agreed to a new deal.
WMBD's Jacob Peklo has a look at how it all came together.
The District 87 School Board started their discussions with a federal mediator around 3 o'clock Thursday, 1 hour before the hearing for teacher contracts was scheduled to begin. Neither side ever actually sat at the same table throughout the negotiations, but it was the federal mediator who worked with both sides to help them come to an agreement. While the teachers union waited downstairs for a face-to-face meeting, the first set of cost estimates was exchanged through the federal mediator around 6:15.
The mediator said this was kind of unlike any other session he'd ever done, but he said since we got the ball rolling, we might as well continue.
The two sides continued to work late into the night, searching for an agreement that would satisfy both parties.
As time wore on, I thought that, the more we stuck around and committed to it, the greater the chances were, and fortunately that's what happened.
Finally, around 11:30, they had a tentative 3-year deal in place.
I have no doubt that we'll finish that process, but certainly getting a 3-year agreement is a nice thing to have.
The state and local school districts are in a difficult place right now, and at least we have the security of knowing for the next 2.5 years that we've got some security.
In Bloomington, Jacob Peklo, WMBD 31 News.
Now, Baldwin says the final hurdle is to change some of the wording in that contract, which both sides agree is necessary. That could happen at the February 11th board meeting, if not sooner.
Still ahead, a Metamora volleyball star announces where she's heading to college. Kurt Pegler has the story next in sports, but first, here's a look at the day on Wall Street.
UFS, famous for deals on Adams Street, downtown Peoria. 10 minutes from anywhere.
Update your kitchen for the holidays at UFS. Kitchens are now 50% off. UFS, right downtown, about 10 minutes from anywhere.
As the big game draws near, check out our Big Game Countdown show. Learn more about Freedom Plaza, and the man behind it, Pat Tillman, will also have the story behind the game balls, plus player interviews, feature stories, and more.
This Saturday at 10:35, brought to you by Arby's. We have the meats.
Demand for energy has never been higher, and it's only going to increase. So Ameren, Illinois is getting ready for the future, investing in new equipment and advanced technology, strengthening the system that delivers natural gas and electricity, reducing outages and improving reliability by 20%. Doing whatever it takes, so we're ready for whatever comes. That's energy at work. Ameren, Illinois.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway till tax refund. Same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight. 1503 Washington Road in Washington. Phone 444-4111.
These vehicles need more than a road. They need a runway. Because with this much power and innovation, they won't be driving too fast. They'll be flying too low.
Now get a low-mileage lease on the 2015 Dodge Dart SXT for $149 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Now, WMBD 31 Sports.
Fighting Illini return to action tomorrow after a week off. It's been a good stretch for the players to get a little rest, and Illinois could have a little boost tomorrow. John Gross is cautiously optimistic that Ravante Rice and Aaron Cosby could return to the floor against Penn State. Rice has been out with a broken hand, Cosby with an eye injury, but Gross isn't expecting either of them to play a lot.
You remember him like the last time you saw him and what that looked like. Well, you can't be out for games and weeks and just be like, voila, magic wand, he's back. You know, it doesn't work that way.
Noon start tomorrow in Champaign, the Illini and Penn State. ISU travels to Loyola tomorrow. Bradley plays at Indiana State, and the Braves have yet to announce a suspension for Warren Jones or Kadero Bell. However, it is unlikely either will play tomorrow. To football, it's the offseason for Alex Tanney, but you can bet the Lexington High and Monmouth College grad is very interested in the Super Bowl. He's with the Tennessee Titans these days and pulling for the Patriots.
In my opinion, I think it's pretty big overaction. I think it's just trying to find something to pick on. You know, it's tough when the Patriots are consistently this good. And I'm rooting for New England. Yeah, I'd like to see Tom win another one.
Alex is conducting his Tanney Passing Academy camps again this winter, with a camp next week at Geneseo High School and 2 in Bloomington in a couple of weeks. He is then hoping to make a splash when he's in minicamp with the Titans.
Good offensive staff, good quarterback room, and Coach Wisenhut's a proven guy, and he's an offensive-minded guy. So it's easy to communicate with those types of guys when they're in the quarterback rooms all the time. So I'm excited.
And we have a link for more information on the Tanney Passing Academy camps and a story at our website. Go to ciproud.com. On tap tonight, a busy night in boys basketball. Big 12 leader Normal Community is home. Mid-Illini leaders Washington and Metamora each in action. Plus, Peoria Christian plays for the Tri-County Conference Tournament Championship. Scores and highlights tonight on Sports Extra. And on tap for Leah Turbush, college volleyball. The Metamora senior signs her college letter of intent with Bethel of Indiana today.
When I visited the campus, it was just a really awesome place. Everyone was really friendly, and I just felt like home.
Leah says she will study education at Bethel. Congratulations to her. Briefly, Tiger Woods with a career worst. 82 today at the PGA Tour event outside Phoenix. He'll miss the cut after shooting 13 over par at the TPC Scottsdale. Finally, this is what they do in Philadelphia to get geared up for the Super Bowl. They eat wings. The 23rd annual Wing Bowl held today. Contestants from all over eating wings at a rapid rate, and the winner eats, get this, 444 wings in 26 minutes.
Gosh.
Now, I have no idea whether that guy is still in a coma on Sunday. Does he even see the game?
Wing coma, I think so.
Strangely enough, I've always wanted to try an eating contest, but not one that lasts 26 minutes.
No, that's way too long. Too much time.
Few minutes. No. All right, don't go anywhere. Marcus has a last look at your forecast right after this.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD 31.
CBS Tonight. Get ready for the glitz.
This color is gorgeous.
The glamour.
So cute.
And the boss?
Hi, I'm Nicole. Stranger danger.
She runs a multi-million-dollar fashion brand. But when this boss goes undercover...
Uh-oh. Pay attention. It's hard to focus. She talked too much.
What will she find behind the label?
Felt like Nicole was flirting with me a little bit. She's beautiful. I already got somebody.
New Undercover Boss. CBS Tonight.
More people choose Ford F-Series to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away. And F-150 is the truck that helps you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. And with one sold about every 43 seconds, you guessed it, they're running out fast. Now get into a Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,500 trade assist cash only at your local Ford dealer.
Green Ford is kicking off the new year with new deals and insane leases. We're taking $4,500 off Explorers or a lease for $349 a month. And it's never been so affordable to get an F-150 at $13,000 off or lease for $354 a month. And you can get into a new car with a new Fusion or Escape for $189 a month or take $6,000 off. Nothing beats a Green Ford deal except maybe a green lease. You gotta go to Green, 2211 West Pioneer Parkway.
Call Mediacom today and get always faster internet and boundary-free TV at a savings of 42%. You'll get our best-in-class 15 meg Prime internet that's proven to outperform DSL and save you time. Plus, Prime TV with free on-demand up to 200 channels, including Stars and HD. Act now and you'll also get Showtime, Wi-Fi, and TiVo free for 3 months. That's both great products for just $79.95 a month for a year. Call 800-SIMPLIFY.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 6.
You missed us discussing all the types of food that we could see or challenge each other to in a food
or
eating
would not
contest.
want any part of it.
More appropriately, would not want to be
Eggs?
involved with.
No thanks.
Eggs,
Seafood? No. All right. We want to talk about snow.
Lots of it, too.
Okay.
And it's going to be still holding off until Saturday afternoon, so you still got some time if you need to get some things done. Tonight's quiet 21. First half of the day tomorrow, quiet, and then Saturday night, all day Sunday, we'll have the snow. 5 to 8 inches for most of our area, 8 to 10 to the north and east. Again, evolving forecasts will continue to keep you updated.
All right. Thanks so much, Marcus. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Always on CIProud.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hickory, maple, oak, walnut, and cherry. Whitaker sells only